Welcome back to Tractors, Land, and Shop, everybody. It's a Saturday morning. I got something, I don't know if you can hear that. I got something kind of cool going on in the field just to the south of me this morning. So starting this video pretty abruptly, but let's watch this. So they're crop dusting back here. The cornfield just to my south. They've done this before, I think once or twice with the helicopter that I've seen. And was inside, all of a sudden I heard a helicopter flying over and got an air show going on back in town today. So I thought maybe it was some air show performers that had cleared out of the area out there and they're waiting for their turn to perform or something, because I do hear some of our F-16s flying around here too. So I thought maybe that's what it was, but I came outside and the crop duster helicopter was almost right overhead. It's pretty cool the way they do this. Yeah, it gets the dogs going too. I wish he'd spray my field over there. That's the one I've been working on spraying. All right, well, it looks like he's going off, working his way towards the east. So I think we're going to reposition and see if we can get a little closer under him. Huh, it's interesting. It's going over the irrigation pivot and he shuts it down. When he goes over top of that, he shuts it off. That's interesting. That was cool. Let's stay on them and see them pull up at the other end there. Don't know how well that shows up on the camera, but he's out there. All right, turned around, coming back. Next pass. It's kind of cool how it kicked it back our way. I don't know if it's probably because of that deer stand over there. Interesting. That was pretty cool. Don't get to see that every day. Usually once a year if you're lucky, if the farmers decide to use that method. Like I say, I've seen this, I think this is the third time they've sprayed this one with helicopter now. So about the third year in a row. So probably won't get to see them again though until next year, about this time I suppose. But it's pretty cool. Well, it's not Saturday anymore. It is actually Wednesday. I didn't do a whole lot out at the land last weekend. It was quite hot. And one of my last videos, if you want to go look or look back a few maybe, we took a ride last week on a World War II B-29 Super Fortress. So I'd filmed that and I wanted to get that put together. So I spent a lot of time on that video putting that together. So I did a lot of that on Saturday because it was kind of hot out anyway. So that's kind of what I mostly worked on last Saturday. Didn't do a whole lot outside. This coming weekend is supposed to be 100 degrees on Saturday, so I don't know how much I'll do outside then either. If I do much at all, I'll probably be in the John Deere 4066R with the AC cranked way up. It'll be hot, so we'll see. But I did get a new attachment for the land. I ordered this a couple weeks ago, and I guess it came in about a week ago. They left me a message, and for some reason I didn't get it on my phone. So finally called them this week. I'm like, hey, just checking to see where this thing is at. And they're like, well, it's been here for a week. Okay, so I went and picked it up yesterday. Got it sitting here on the trailer. It's wrapped in plastic, so I don't know how good you'll be able to see it. But I'm hoping we can get that out this weekend at least. Unwrapped and loaded, set up. Maybe get to use it a little bit. What it is though, it's a land leveler from Heavy Hitch is the company. And well, here, let me turn the camera around. All right, so like I say, it's a land leveler from Heavy Hitch, and it's just got these little tines or whatever you'd call them on bars. There's 4 bars, and they're just kind of all offset throughout there. So you just put it on the ground, and it basically just scrapes on the ground there, I think. So level that out. So kind of been eyeballing that for a little bit, thinking, well, that's kind of interesting because some of my trails and some areas out there, it's really rough and bumpy, and I'd like to try to figure out some way to level that. I'd like to try to, is what I just said. Sometimes words are so hard. Anyway, I want to try to get those leveled out, but I just don't really have a very good way to do that always. So thought this would be a perfect attachment. But what I liked about this one, I've been watching it for a while, and they've got a couple different versions of this. They got one that has a 3-point, one that has a loader attachment. This one, if you notice, if you could see, has both actually. So you can hook it up to your 3-point and use it in the rear, or you can put it on your loader and use it that way. So I just thought that's pretty cool. So went ahead and hopped on that, got it ordered, got it here. I'm gonna try to check it out this weekend and see if I can use it and see how that works. Another topic about being back in town versus being out in the country. I think it was 2 days ago. I had just been here earlier in the day, and about 2 days ago there was a shooting. You can hear the interstate. I'm going to turn the camera around again. So like I say, I'm at the Busted Knuckle Garage here in town. So right across the interstate over there, there's our mall. We still have a mall. And there was a shooting out in the parking lot. A couple of guys got in an argument or something. And here's the funny part. They're outside of the car in the parking lot fighting. One of them pulls out a gun, takes a shot at what, I don't know. Apparently nobody was hit. I don't know where the round went. But the dudes both get back in the same car and drive away. Police end up catching them later, a few miles away from here, and one guy's like 21 years old, the other one's a juvenile, you know, and they're both from not only out of town, they're both from out of state for that matter. Like, really? Stupid. But that's what you get when you start getting city stuff and places get a little bit too big. I don't know, I don't like it. All right, back out at the ranch here, And I got the new toy out here. So let me turn the camera on. I'm going to show you the, what's it called? A land leveler. I'm going to show you that in a minute. All right, well there it is, the heavy hitch land leveler. So you see I got it hooked up on the loader with a loader attachment right now. But it does have the 3-point, so you can use it that way as well. So what my thinking is it might kind of be handy to have this on when I'm out with the bush hog mowing. And if I run across some rough spots, then I've got this on. I could try to smooth them out while I'm at it. So anyway, about ready to go try it out for the first time. Hasn't seen any dirt yet, but we're gonna go give it a shot. All right, well I just tested it out, and some rough bumps right here, and it looks like it scraped them on pretty good. There's a little bit of a learning curve to it, but I think it'll work. So a lot of it I did kind of going backwards though, the loader. So I don't know if going forward, if that's the way to go or not. I'm gonna have to just keep trying. It takes a little bit of getting used to, so we'll see once. All right, I'm gonna drop this on the ground, and we're gonna try going forward. Give it some more power. All right, let's give this a shot again. I also don't know how deep you're supposed to run this thing, if it's supposed to be real deep, or maybe I should try float mode. Oh, that actually might be working a little better. Feels like it's working better that way. Although I'm losing my steering control. Well, let's push this off and get rid of some of that dirt that we built up. All right, let's back up. Let's see how we did here. Obviously it's still bumpy, it takes more than one pass, but all right, so that's always scraped up, so it's definitely taking some material. Let's go float mode again and try that one more time. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking float's the way to go on the loader. All right, sorry, I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, drive and film with the camera at the same time, so in my hand, so I don't know. This might not be the highest quality video, but kind of wanted to bring you along for the first run of this thing and see how it does. All right, so there's 2 passes. Let me drop that down out of the way. So there's 2 passes, and it is taking some high spots off, so I can see where this is gonna work. And I don't know if you want to do a whole lot at one shot, because then you're just going to end up with a bunch of mud, or if it's something that would be better to just take a few scrapes here and there over time. So it's going to be a learning process, but I think I like it. Well, all right, guys, the weekend's done. We're back to a Monday, and obviously I'm not out at the ranch anymore, the land. I'm at the Busted Knuckle Garage, and so this video I know has been a little all over the place. It started over a week ago with the helicopter stuff, and then it was so hot and I didn't get much done because I was working on my video from the bomber. This weekend it was even worse heat-wise. It was just horrible. Our humidity, our dew points have been so terrible high. It's been hot for one thing. Air temperatures have been 95 degrees or so, and then the humidity has been up just in the 80s, almost upper 70s, low 80s. So for the dew point, and terribly uncomfortable and hot. Yesterday, I think the heat index was somewhere around 115, 120. They even canceled races at the racetrack that we like to go to on Sunday nights because of that. It's just dangerously hot. This morning we got up with the air conditioner running in the house, and all our windows are completely fogged over, couldn't see out. I do have a little portable air conditioner in my garage, and it was pretty comfortable in there. It was like 72 degrees this morning. I backed my truck out to go to work, and all my windows completely fogged over on the outside. So that gives you a little indication of how humid and just gross it's been. So even right now, today is a little better. Well, my thermometer up that I have mounted, but that's up another 10 feet higher in this garage. So obviously heat rises, it's going to be hotter up there, but that's reading 97 degrees right now. However, I don't think the humidity feels quite as bad now. Must have come down a little bit. So what I'm trying to say is I didn't get a whole lot done outside this weekend. It was just too miserable to try to do a whole lot. I power washed the tractor, which I'm sure you guys don't really care about watching. Kind of cleaned out the building, moved some stuff around. I just kind of wanted to stay inside out of the sun. And then I had some camera shy people around this weekend, so I really wasn't able to break the camera out much, other than when I used the land plane. And I didn't do a great job at filming that. I didn't use it very much really this weekend because I didn't have much time to get in the tractor, and I had people around, so I couldn't spend a lot of time out there. Plus it was so stinking hot, even my tractor didn't like it, and it was starting to overheat. So yeah, it's just been so nasty. I would have liked to have set up a tripod outside and then filmed some from outside. Maybe we'll eventually do that, but anyway, I probably got enough short segments and weird stuff in this video that we can put this together, put it to bed, and call it quits, move on to another one. But before I go, I want to show you something that I got for my tilt bed trailer over there. That it's kind of a new product. It's from JU Fabworks. So let's go take a look at that. All right, so this is my tilt bed. I love this trailer. Nice heavy duty. I love the tilt bed. However, it's a little hard to get on. Well, it's tilted up right now just a little bit, but this deck has got to be probably 2.5 to 3 feet, probably 3 feet off the ground at least. So if you're on the ground and you're wanting to step up on the trailer, it can be a bit of a reach. JU Fabworks came out with this. You slide it, it goes, oh geez, work the camera. It just slides up into the stake pocket. It's got a little bracket here to set the height. There's two heights. However, they have a magnet on here. Let's show you what it does. Okay, so it's a step, fold out step, and there's a magnet on here. However, where that magnet is put on my trailer anyway, it won't allow me to go up high enough in the stake pocket to go to the upper setting. But I don't want it in that setting anyway, so I'm okay with that. But if anybody at JU Fabworks is listening, you might want to put this down maybe just a little bit. It's close, but I can't get this in there in the second hole. But yeah, it just goes in there. There's a bolt to kind of like an anti-rattle bolt. Once you get it set in there, you can tighten that and then slide this in. So you got a little bracket up top, a little pin. They have a nice cable over here to keep the bracket from falling out. And then you got your step. And when it's not in use, you just lift it up, sticks to the magnet. It does not stick past the trailer at all. You can see that. It really doesn't add any width to the trailer, so you really don't have to take it off. And they have a hole up here for if you want to put a padlock in there, you can. So that's kind of nice. My trailer is always under my control. I guess if I ever left it somewhere in a parking lot, maybe I'd want to do that if I was traveling somewhere, but I really don't do that, so that's not a problem. I'm not going to worry about that, but I think this is going to be really nice to have a little step there. So that's, like I said, it's JU Fabworks. Pretty sure they're out of Wisconsin. Everything they do is made right here in the USA. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching and following along with us here at Tractors, Land, and Shop Time. Thanks for watching. I apologize for this video, or video you could call it too. Apologize for this video being a little scattered and all over the place, not exactly what I had planned on, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So anyway, we'll work on getting this all put together, scheduled, and then we'll start working on the next one. So thanks for watching and following along, and subscribe and hit the thumbs up button too, because that helps the channel, and we're seeing some growth. So I really appreciate that, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.